Master on the beat, let's get it.
Alright, it's your boy Brandon's back at a game, guys. I'll record a special intro for you guys, but unfortunately, I was having problem to send that video to my computer. But here we are, man. I lost. This is my first round um, of the tournament. I'm playing against Bonney. I went first. I learned through my past experience with Bonney, where that you want to hold flampe to when they're starving you at two, and when you wanted to go to one to try to Rygo or find the Rygo to kill the Zoro. Also, sometimes they serve you even more. So having Flampe on hand, if they're gonna do that strategy, it always helps. Um, so here, you wanted to go to the searcher. That's what you want to do. You don't wanna give him the ability to keep searching through the whole game. So yeah, that's what you gotta do. Also, I like to start them early game because um, that way, Yamato can kill their five cause. Gedatsu can kill their five or less characters. So I wish he would have made a misplay to attack first and then I kill the blocker. But he's a really good player. I see him through different tournaments, and I think he won undefeated a couple of weeks ago in South when it was top four. Or I know he got it. I know he top four for sure. I know the only loss of John that day was him. So I know he's a great player. So I'm just trying to concentrate and like think what's the best thing to do right now. I believe I have. Let me see what I have here. So I'm thinking, yeah, here I'm like I like to start them, but also you gotta adapt to what you have in hand. So here, what my hand is telling me is to either play the blocker, swing for A, but that then he's gonna rest my blocker, or play Onami, give my lead advantage, and swing it with Vanish. Yes, I don't get to get that to their Cavendish. I think that's her name, the one that give him rest and down on play and when attacking. But you gotta move the game forward. You cannot. Okay, so yeah, you give leader banish and then you attack with A. You rest Mount Nami. It is what it is. So she's working as a blocker too, so because they want to get rid of her. Um, because you can Karaku her late. So he gives me two Ks. I'm like, okay, that's what I wanted. I mean, if they banish their life or give me cards out of a hand, it's a win-win situation for me. They either losing a card that could it could be a sorrow or something that they can give them the advantage later in the game, or Hody Jones or something. But taking two Ks out of my first attack is really really nice. So here he's attacking there. And then he goes five alive. So something that I learned through my previous experiences is like, if I look, and this is more, it can go. You see, they play the Cavendish. This can go against anything, but this can go against anything. Like, um, so you drew the ace. You want to see your aces also, because yeah, leg. So I will explain you the strategy that I did in this game. You're gonna see it, but um you gotta like I'm sorry, I lost my thought process for a little bit, but you want to what I learned through my previous experiences against Bonnie is like, of course I was saying that this goes against any matchup, but especially Bonnie, where you guys are they also play a lot of high cost characters. Whoever loses his hand first most likely are putting themselves in a big disadvantage, because if we trading board or whatever, if one of us cannot defend our board, that's GG's. But that goes like in the generic, fundamentals of the game. Whoever loses the board in hand is gonna lose the game no matter what. But in this match in specific, I was like, I'm gonna take all the hits. I'm not gonna be afraid of being a zero life, and then I'm just gonna put pressure on your board. That was my mindset in that matchup. So here I attack the blocker. That's the first thing I do. I want to keep him guessing. I believe I have 7 dons. So most likely what I'm gonna do is play. So I decided to play flampe, and the reason I do that is because I was trying to drew Agedatsu. That's the reason I did there. Like I said earlier, you want to hold them, and that's fine. But the reason I did that is because I was trying to get rid of that Cavendish. Like I said, you have to react to what you have. Like first turn, you're gonna be like, "Why you swim? If you want to starve them, yes, but you want to see how your opponent is gonna react. Since I saw that he prioritized having 5 life, being healthy, that could mean that he doesn't have a lot of blockers or a lot of counter. And also, like I was like, he doesn't have lethal. He can do Hody Jones, but it is what it is. If he goes Hody Jones, I'm just gonna play the. Let me see here. Okay, so he raised one of my dons. That's what he did. He raised the blocker. So I know that blocker is gonna eat one of my attacks. Because I believe I go to 9 dons. Yeah. So that could be that playing that 2 cost. Honestly, it would be better if I would have played the NL. Looking back, I would just wanted to get rid of. They gain so much value of that Cavendish. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna bait him to put me at 0 life because um it all depends. If I don't draw a kata or it all depends your hand. You have to have you had to have oh he took a life because holding is perfect. You have to have this strategy only works if you have healing, you know? So here he plays the Holy Jones. Um I'm thinking about to counter, but I want him to put me to go to my to threaten me to go to 0. And because I can block a 7. The reason I took that one too, is, and even I don't have a Yamato right now, is because I can block a 7. He can only do 6. Yeah, he can only do like 6 or 7. But if he goes 8 alive or 10 alive, that would hurt for sure. That would hurt for sure. But you take the first hit. I had a Capone, so that helps me to keep my hand, healthy. But I have the blocker, but you can have a good argument that to block the 7. But like I say, if I have to give in two 2Ks, I have to give in two 2Ks. So or 3 cards out of my hand, I do what I gotta do. But here I know I have 9 dons, so I can go 6 to the Cavendish and then Karakuri the Holy Jones. But yes, it's a risky play. But also, when you're facing great players, they're really mindful of what they're gonna do and what sequence they do, and they like to bait. Probably I know he was gonna get rid of that blocker. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take the first hit, see what I can trigger, and I have counter in hand. Yeah, losing a lot of cards in my hand, it would be rough. But at the same time, he has to take care of that blocker. So I knew one of those attacks was gonna go to a blocker. But it was a risky play for sure. Probably I should have countered the 7. But like I said, it worked out. I had Capone. He couldn't put pressure. But like I said, you see, he plays another Hody Jones. He rests. Uh, so now he's like, let's see what he's gonna do. Because if he goes, he's going 7 a lead. I know I have the, so this is the strategy I was doing. So I have aces in hand, so I'm like, I'm gonna take. I drew the Yamato, that's good, and then I give in another Enel. In this matchup, Enel is a little bit overwhelming. You rather play the 7-9 Charlotte Compote. I didn't showcase also the list early in the video because it's the same list that I showcased on my latest video. The video that I call my third Perona, this is the same list. If I'm, like when you go undefeated, even if it's only 3 rounds, or I go to a locals, I go 4, or every time I go undefeated, I like to keep the deck like it was. I don't want to like, uh, just like if you go undefeated, of course, there's some games that you got lucky. There's some games that, um, I think I defend here because, yeah, he goes 6, I did lead up, he goes 7, I took it. I'm going to give him the 5 because, yeah, I don't think I have lead ability. I'm making sure I did the lead ability, so yeah, just counter there. Um, so yeah, it's the same list, guys. Like if I go undefeated, even if it was only 3 rounds, why changes? Like the deck is performing really well, and all the tournaments that I've been doing lately, I've been going X and one, or defeated. So I like to make changes when I lose a game, even if it was because I didn't make the best ultimate play. But what I do is, like, if I lost a game, I try to take cars to. I try to take cars to so no triggers. I like to take cars to help me in those matchups, and that's what I put the Charlie Compose. So it's the same list as my previous video, so you can guys go check it out. So the reason I went to zero, I'm like I'm gonna now put pressure on your board. He raised the leader, that's fine. The reason I did that is because um, now that's the advantage when your opponent is going super aggressive and you have the aces. So I'm making sure he's giving me the cards, three cards in hand, and I'm like, okay, so I can do the ace and attack the Hody Jones, or I can attack the I heal, and I can go for the safe one. But I'm like, I'm gonna go to 10 to A. I'm gonna force you to have the counter. So he gives me a zero cost to defend it, so that's a plus 3k. So that means he's 11, and now he still has the board. He can put a lot of pressure towards my life, potentially try to go for game. But I'm healthy in counter. I have the Ragu just in case he plays the zero cost. I mean the Sorrow. I just gotta make sure he doesn't put me at zero life when he, like when he's going for the Sorrow play. Just gotta be mindful of that. So he plays the Hody Jones. He plays that early, so he blocks my 10 draw for be able to withstand the next turn. So that's really really good. That means I can like go to 10 to A again. So he has six zones open. So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, he can potentially do two big. He's not playing the Sorrow, so now I'm comfortable taking the damage. Because if you have your aces, it's okay to go to zero and keep putting that pressure because that means all his board is rested. So now you can start clearing board. So here, I'm like, I here looking at my hand, what's the better targets? Maybe the Kata is the best target right now. Keep the Yamato just in case. Because with Yamato, I can kill something and heal. Yeah, that's what I do. But we humans, sometimes we don't discard the perfect target. But be mindful of what you discard. Deal with what it is in front of you. So going 9k in a lead. And I'm thinking if to defend the 9k. And I already did leader ability. I have the counter, so I'm like, I'm just gonna take this because I don't have a 1k. So I'm like, I'm probably gonna take that and give him 3 2ks. Yes, I lose a lot of cards, but he only has one card in hand. And I know I can go 806 and 10 to 6. So I take it, no triggers. A Yamato, that's really nice. So 9k and lead, I'm like, I have to give you the 3 2ks. So he's leaving one down open. You gotta be mindful, but you never know. Sometimes they could be like, oh, I'm gonna go for 10. So be ready. Don't assume things. You know. Just take care of what's going on in front of you. So I'm like, I'm just gonna give it 3 2ks. I have two Yamatos, another is coming up, so I have a lot of healing. If you sorrow me, I have the Raigo too. So I'm like, I'm just gonna give it a 3 2ks. Maybe I'm thinking about a zero cost, but maybe that's what I should have done. But I'm looking back, maybe I should do zero cost event, discard one Yamato, and giving a 2k. Looking back, that's what I should have done. But definitely, so I didn't manage my resource there the right way. I definitely agree with that. I can think like looking back, but that's why it's good to look at your games, analyze together, and learn. But yes, I should have given the zero cost, discard one Yamato, and another 2k. I would have kept two extra 2ks. Um, Now here I have the Raigo, I have Yamatos, but it's still like I'm looking healthy because he has to attack me 3 times to kill me, and I can block one of the attacks. If he tries to attack with that and then play Hody Jones, I can defend that because I have two zero cost event and a 2k. But looking back, yes, I should probably give him the zero cost with a Yamato and a 2k because that would be 12k. That would be 10k, and that means that I can block the 9. But I was just thinking about how he can go for 10, so I guess it is what it is. So he grabbed the Tendril, so I know that Tendril is coming. So 7 Kelly, he has 7. So that means he can maybe push with Cody Jones. So like I said, like and now when you're taking all these hits, you have to discard cards. So sometimes, yeah, maybe you didn't discard the right targets, but you're gonna lose that card. You know, you maybe I'm like, oh, I should discard this, but I'm still gonna discard it right now. So it evens out. You know, the important thing is to so let's see here. So I have no trigger, and I'm potentially gonna give him one Yamato, or maybe the Raigo, but that's too risky, or like a Datsu. I'm just thinking ahead, but because I wanna, you never know. I know he has the Tendril, so he can slow me down. And when he plays the Tendril, you wanna make sure you are two, because then if they're stuck two Tendrops, they can be put a lot of pressure with the Hody Jones in hand, and then kill you out of nowhere. So I'm thinking here what to discard. Just be mindful, but also taking if you have the high cost characters to heal and put pressure on their board, take all the hits, and yeah. Like I said, looking back, I should have probably countered the 6 or the 7, but I knew I had the rested blocker, so it would be like a like a ballsy play. Like, hey, I'm just gonna attack 3 times the big to your life. So 9 get a lead, and I'm like, you don't have a big board, so I don't mind going to 0, and that's what I'm saying. That's the advantage of like having your healing cards. So he plays the blocker. Okay. Oh, that one can restand now. The ace can restand. That was the previous turn. I draw for turn. Here I definitely needs to play the. I need to play the. I mean, I can attack, bait, but I feel like I need to play the Yamato first because I want to clear the blocker and heal. Because I guess I can kill the searcher for after that if anything, but he has one card in hand, so now I know one card is the Doflamingo, so I have knowledge of his hand. So that gives me the opportunity to maximize everything that I do. So I decided to just play the Yamato, kill the blocker, heal. Um, I know he has no counter, so he's gonna raise the ace. Yeah, I'm just thinking all the play. Because I feel like if I swing with leader, he's gonna raise the ace, but then I can go 10 and 8 to life. But definitely, I don't know what I do here. I don't remember, but I think definitely here you wanna attack with leader first. Yeah, because then yeah, so I go 6 to 6. He res that. Let it die. I go one to the blocker, and then yeah, just put pressure. He can 10 drop, but you still have. I'm thinking if it's smarter for me to attack with that holy with that 10 drop, but at least yes, just be mindful. Like I say, you add that to your hand. My hand give me the edge in the sense where like okay, I'm just gonna take all the hits and I'm just gonna start playing high drop characters and going back to 1. That means your opponent has to hit you 3 times, and if your opponent puts you at 0, that means all his board is rested. So you take advantage of that. And if it doesn't attack you too much, then you just go for life and put a lot of pressure in life. Because so he blocks that, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. I draw for turn. So here I'm like, I can do the Rygo play, but if he sorrow me after this and I don't kill him, that could be GG's. Remember, when they play the sorrow, they can still leave one down open and rest one of your characters. But at this point, he only has 3 cards in hand. Drawing that ace was really, really good. Guys, believe it or not, you guys gonna see in the end, it was really funny. They did a deck check on me. I don't know why. I don't know if one of the players complained, but I mean, I just play my cards, like I don't. I just did what I had to do, like I try to adapt to my hand. I try to adapt to my hand, and sometimes yeah, as a player, any color you're playing, if you drew broken, you drew broken. Like for example, him being aggressive towards my life allows and me having the high cost characters allow me to take advantage in the game in a sense where like I'm just attacking your board that is rested and I'm gonna go back to 1 every turn. So it doesn't have any dons open, so that's why you swing with leader first, and then I go 9, and then I pay 10, and then I heal, and I go 10 to life, and then I pass to him. And right now I have three aces, one Kara, one Yamato. It's just too much pressure, and I'm at 2 life, and I have counter. So that's what I'm gonna be trying to do. It's a hard matchup for sure. Shout out to you, man. You play a great game. It just happens that I was able to have answer to everything that you play. And I drew my aces, so that's really really powerful. It's like I remember one time I was playing against one. I think it was B Dragon. He played three 10 drops, and there was a turn that I should have kata earlier. And that's one thing that I gotta learn. You just gotta deal with what's in front of you. So educator cat, I feel like I have to defend that. He's only asking one card on my hand, and that's what I'm gonna do. You give the Gadatsu because you have no value with the Gadatsu right now. He's a 0 life. So you keep the Luffy just in case. But I have too much attacks. So no matter what he does here right now, I have a lot of attacks. So Tenkera Kara, he has 7 dons, and I feel like I can defend 2 attacks. So even if you play Hody Jones, I can still defend it. So if you have an argument, I can just let him die. I have enough attacks. And maybe that's what I do. But I'm thinking because I can just do 2K and 1K, so that's what I did it. And I still have the 0 cost. Just in case. I like to just be safe, be patient, and be mindful. So he pays 7, he plays the blocker. So 1 down open, 4 cards in hand, I think. So here, I have the flampe if I want to do the Rigo play. But honestly, just go to 10 to life. He rests. He raised the second name, the ace, so he blocks, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go 10 alive. And yeah, he doesn't have it. GG's, GG's. But let's get into the other round, guys. That was first round. Let's get into to the next round, guys. GG's, my brother. Great game, man. Hopefully we can play again next coming soon. And hey, Bonney's really hard, so appreciate the games and let's keep learning. All right, guys. So here we are, round two. Like I was saying before, appreciate the games, brother. Now I'm facing another Bonnie player. First time I believe I made him. Great vibe. Appreciate your vibe. It was super super fun. I was like, hey, let's fix your man. Someone's gonna fall off. Yeah, yeah. So guys, every game is gonna be different. You gotta react to what you drew. Like I say, like if you have a lot of high cost character and you're a nail player, you're not afraid of being a 0 life. Just be mindful when you go to zero life. If they have a big board or like you want a Rygo, you need to make sure you're at 1 life. But other than that, it's fine. If you can just back to back aces, it's just too much pressure for your opponent. Also, that depends. If you play in the mirror match, you have a healthy board and they just have 1 ace, you keep yourself at 1 so you can Rygo and all that. And also, they can steal games from you if you just don't respect the game. But always respect the game, just add that to your hand, which is blessed to drew all my Hackers characters that game. So yeah, here it's a different game. We able to draw the Gadatsu early. I did the Gadatsu, and it was funny because I had one already, but I top decked the other one. So that's nice because now I can answer another play that he does. And I'm gonna do here a play that shout out to Ginger. We being is one of the players from the community, great guy, great player. We'll be sharing ideas, and he'll be telling us that he always Rigo the 7 drop because that's a 7K that can put pressure towards your life through the whole game. So here, since I have 2 Rigos, I did a risky play. It pay off at the end. I'm not saying it's always gonna pay off, but I feel like as Bonnie players got better through the format, how to beat a nail and other decks, we can also get better as players to be able to beat them too. So I think it's a 50-50 matchups because we both have answers to each other. It just depends who drew more of them. Here, I'm like the best play to do is to play another Gadatsu, kill that. It was funny. We did the same play back to back turns. I wish I would have the 2 cost blocker here. I would have played it just because. Um, he can rest it, but it would still do. His if you rest and then attack over him, the blocker still did his job. So here, I gotta be mindful. I have a different hand, so I just have Katakuris and Raigos. So I just gotta be mindful, not go to 0 life because I don't have the Yamato or the back to back aces play right now. So you gotta be mindful. So here he plays the blocker. And this is what I'm gonna show you what I did here. I think it's the first time I do that. And the reason I did is because I have a good board. Um, I'm like I'm gonna take this because I wanna be at one life, so he has no target for that Luffy. I gotta get my Nami's tested out, see how she feels in NL. Um, because sometimes you're not gonna have the my topper is like sometimes you're not gonna have that counter in your hand. I mean that trigger. So what about if you have no triggers in hand? Did you just lose a game because you couldn't kill a five or less? You know what I'm saying? At least Nami can kill a four or less always. I mean, or Nami can kill a five or less always, and also unless there's Sabo protection, and also Luffy. So I gotta analyze the new meta, see how it's gonna develop. But for sure, gonna test her out early. You have to. Just on paper, she's so good. So here, I'm still thinking about it. I know one of my attacks is gonna rest them, but I think I drew an ace this turn, or from life. I'm not sure, but so we have the ace. I believe here we have. I don't know how many dons we have. We should have 9 dons, maybe, because he plays the 7, 8. I should have 9. Yeah, I should have 9. Sorry about that. Yeah, I should have 9. So I should just attack and then do the Raigo. But I'm thinking, sorry about my big head. I'm thinking about which sequence is better because remember, One Piece is a game of baits. You just baiting. You guys are baiting. You bait each other to the whole game, and whoever has more take more baits or has more answers to whatever you're doing, your opponent is doing, is potentially most likely gonna win the game. If you guys saw my previous tournament where I should have not won that game against Josh, I just took it because I was able to identify that the game was over, and I went for game, and thank God he didn't have enough counter. Um, there was we were looking at his hand after that, and there was other plays he could have done, but like I say, you make plays and you try to react and you try your best, but because no matter how consistent your deck is, it's a card game, so you're not always gonna see your cards. Like I say, I record an intro, but I couldn't transfer it to my computer. It gave me problems. But I was saying in the intro, it's like I want to try different decks. I want to see how a nail feels against Karakuri, Pudding, and the new other Lucci's getting the Jack. So, but I really love NL. I really love NL. So I'm talking 6. So he rests that. I guess he wants cards out of his hand. So I'm like, I'm gonna go 7, 8 alive. So what I was saying in the video is like every deck, yes, like of course, to me, black decks are more combo heavy. You have to combine a lot of cards. Geku's a really broken card. That's why black is really good. And but out of Kara Pudding, if you compare Kara Pudding and Nell, I think Nell is the one that you get to showcase more of your knowledge of the game because you have to play around things and that, and it's a powerful card. It's a powerful leader. The leader is broken, and then also you have all these new cards like we got in this set like Ace. So it increases your ceiling as a player. It allows you to do more plays, but you gotta be able to. It gives you like more plays, because you have Kara, Nell, Yamato, Aces, so you can always go different routes depending on what's going on. Sometimes with Kara Pudding, you just playing a 10 drop and passing. It's really powerful still. Still really powerful. But I also so I did that, guys. I removed the pressure. If you have another 7, if you have a 9 cost, I can answer it. Now if you play another 9 cost after that, that's a risky play. But I still have 2 more copies of Rygo on my deck, hopefully. So and hopefully I drew them. But at least on this game, it worked out doing the Rygo play early. I know it's a risky play, but I feel like if you have more than one, you definitely can Rygo a 10 drop or a 7 drop. Because as an NL player, what I learned, and I mentioned this in the past videos, you want to deal with what is in front of you. If you can, because NL works also like a black deck, like like you have removal. So if you can, it's like Lucci. Like if Lucci can remove everything and you cannot have an answer for him, he's just gonna overwhelm you. So I know has a similar gives me a similar vibe and works similar way. It's not as great at removing, but it can remove for sure. It can remove for sure. So um, So that's the reason that I did that. So here you see, and like I said, if they drew broken, if Bonney drew see all his cards, you're gonna lose no matter what. So as an NL player, your best chance to beat Bonney is just to adapt, to react to what's going on. Hopefully you can, and if you can just control their board through the game, you have a good chance of winning. So here, guys, here this is clutch. I flipped the card by mistake. It's we agree that has to go in the bottom because I wanted to be there because I can kill that. It still ended up being a trigger. And I play a lot of removal from life, so it ended up being an Onami. But like if you see the card, you have to put it at the bottom life because it's going to my life. So it's like yeah, I agree with that. So we move on. But either or, I would have two triggers from there. But that's why I really like the Namis because you just kill a 5 or less without discarding nothing. And here I'm putting pressure on life. I got to put pressure. You have to end the game in at some point, and you just have to adapt. If my opponent have a lot of rested characters, you go for the board, especially when you can do 10 to 8, 8 to 6. But if your opponent has no board and you establish your own character and removing their board, just go 5, 6, and 6. And I mean, of course, you rest one of them, but just go 5, 7, and you leave with the rest. So now I have Kara to answer the Hody Jones, to answer the kid. And I have a Raigo just in case he plays a non-drop. And I have an Ace just in case he plays Hody Jones. I can attack 9 to A, 10 to A. Like, you're going to give me all those cards. Uh, if I drew a Yamato, I can still Yamato the blocker. So it all depends what he plays here. Like if he plays another Hawkins, I don't gonna Raigo that because I don't need to. Like at this point, I need to say that I only have one Raigo. But if I have a second Raigo, for sure I'm doing the other Raigo. Attacking first with everything and doing the Raigo. So like I say, look at this game's been different. He's been playing different. Like the other player played more Hody Jones earlier. This player haven't seen his Hody Jones, haven't seen his nine drop. So every game is different. So what I learned also as a player, you don't want to give your opponent the cards to beat you. Like of course, sometimes they're gonna like I say, if he drews. Show me the card. Okay, Cavendish. I'm pretty sure he's the right target. So if he drews the cards to beat me, he was gonna beat me no matter what. But I gotta make it hard on you, and I need to grind the game with you. And like when you are patient and you prioritize controlling the board, you allow the game to and you slow down you control the pace of the game. It just overall you can outrun your opponent more times than not because of your leader ability. So just be mindful and adapt to what you have. So here he plays the Cavendish. He gives him two rested downs. I think that's what he did already because he plays the Searcher. He has 5 downs open, I think. He can play at 5 and then restart a down. That's so good. But right now I just have a lot of I have a decent board and I can choose Kata if I have to, establish an AK and yeah. And that's what I'll be learning as an NL player that you just want to deal with what's in front of you and build your board and then overwhelm your opponent. So there you go. I triggered that. It should have been the forecast, but we agreed to just put it at the bottom. I think that's the ruling. Like, I mean, I know what it is. So here I drew that. I wish it was a 4 life, but at the same time, what I was gonna do if I didn't have that trigger, probably gonna because I have multiple katas, I probably was gonna kata the Cavendish because you have to deal with that and establish my own AK, and you go from there. Because I have so you rest that because yeah I have multiple katas, so I'll definitely will remove that Cavendish even if he's putting back to 3. So here you just kill the searcher. You have to. You go 6 alive. See what he's gonna do. Here I'm just putting a lot. I have like 3 cards in hand. So yeah, that's what I was gonna do. So either way, that Cavendish was not gonna survive for this turn. So I choose to heal and put pressure. If you play the Tandra after this, it is what it is. I'm still gonna have. I still have like I can Rago there 10 drop, and if you play the Sorrow, you're probably gonna lose the game because I gonna have a lot of attacks. Or maybe you still beat me, but it is what it is, man. I take my chances. I mean, look at me. I'm middle finger, the sorrow. There's a sorrow on my left. It's all love. It's okay to trash talk, but never hate the game, never hate the player. because everybody's entitled to play what they love. I really love players when they play Bonney and they feel really good that they beat you, or like I'm never gonna be salty or take it to the heart because that's what you gotta do. Like if I try an OP-09, I try Blackbeard and people get happy because they beat me. Hey, good for you, man. You made a meta call and it worked out for you. Because at the end of the day, I love the game and I really love people that having fun and play the game they love. When people are passionate about it and they just have fun, I really respect people like that because that's me. I just love the game. I'm really humble. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many games I win. It doesn't matter how many treasure cups, store treasure cup Peronas I can get. It's all about the journey and having fun. I'm just being blessed and lucky to be able to get my 4-1. So yeah, it's just blessed, man. Just be grateful. Be grateful. That's it. Just be grateful, man. Just be grateful, man. Because I could easily be because you guys saw if you haven't seen we did the video where my first Perona it was 5 rounds. I was lucky and blessed to be undefeated, but after that it was I finished X and one in two treasure cups and I was able to one of them get the car, but one of them I didn't get it. Then I got second, and then I went to the event. I was blessed and lucky to be Josh, John, and Kobe Sierra, my brother. Okay, I got my third Perona. I'm like, okay, that's fire. And then this day, it was on the pre-release. I believe it was Sunday or Saturday, the past Saturday. And then I went I had a free win on the first round, and then I played the second round. My homie beat me, one of the crew members. Sorry, I remember your name. I'm really bad with names. He beat me. I'm like, okay, I'm out. And then I went to Layton, and it was like 3 rounds. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try my best. I could have easily never won one Perona, but I was lucky and blessed. So I take the blessings. I keep grinding, and like I say, guys, expose yourself. One of the community members, he played 6 rounds, finished 5-1, and didn't got the Perona because I was only first place, and that's really rough. That could have easily beat me. It could have been me, but hey, I was blessed, and just take your blessings and be humble, man. Never think you're. I'm never gonna think. I'm never gonna, act like I know everything or I'm the best player out there. No, I just love the game. I play yellow because I love it and it's competitive. And I love the community, guys. I really love all of you. The Discord, the stores, the YouTube community. I thank you so much for your love, for your support, but I literally, I from the heart speaking, I love this game, man. I really love it. So I'm just blessed, and like I say, if you don't expose yourself, you're not gonna get lucky. If you don't play the lottery, you're never gonna win the lottery. If you don't go to these events, you're not gonna give yourself a chance of getting lucky and be able to get the car, the best pricing or whatever. So I was blessed. They did a Perona first place, and they did $25 store credit, and plus they give me more of the promotion packs or whatever those packs they give you, the event packs. So I was just blessed. They did a deck check on me though. It was kind of weird, but I started making fun. I started joking around with the guy that was checking my deck. But I understand, guys. You guys are doing your job. Maybe somebody say something. But your boy Brennan, I will never, never do stuff like that because I love the game. I love the community, and I will never do something like that, like consciously, like oh, I'm gonna do it on purpose, like I'm gonna cheat on purpose just because, and having the risk of being banned for life, like losing my ability to play the game that I love, to spend time with the community that I love. No, man, my heart is being I've been through so yeah, I attack. My life is being so hard that when I find things that I love, I don't want to lose them. So I love you guys, and like I say, my deck is always gonna be 50 cards. I'm only gonna play 4 copies of whatever is allowed or whatever I want to. Like I'm never gonna be playing like 5 aces, 5 Yamato. No, bro, no, come on, bro. Like I'm never gonna do nothing like that. And I record my games, so like he said, like that's what I'm telling the guy. Like I'm a YouTuber, like I'm a content creator, so that's even like if I do like I'm not yeah, I'm not gonna mention any names, but that kind of player that won back to back online tournaments, regionals, and then he got caught cheating with law. It's like, hey, you make good money, but you just ruin your whole reputation, and you're never gonna have a chance of be able to make more money out of the game. Maybe if they leave the bank or whatever, good for him. I mean, I wish nobody the worst, but I'm just saying like, no, bro. and I want to keep getting better. And hopefully, hopefully, if I be able to like grow and keep doing good and like be able to afford traveling. I'm gonna be doing a lot of regionals, guys, and it doesn't matter if I do good and bad. I'm gonna be always been grinding because at the end of the day, I love the game. At the end of the day, guys, I love the game, guys. So, so I'm just gonna be like, uh, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna be grateful of be able to play the game. Like if I start doing, I got top two regionals already. Didn't got like top 16, top 32, but I got the dons, the extra don. One of the tournaments was more than 500 people. I got an extra don and sleep. So hey man, if you get extra pricing, man, you top. So, but if I go to tournaments and I do horrible, it is what it is, man. I go back to the lab and keep grinding because at the end of the day, I love the game. So here, guys, I just attack. I did the flampe because I wanted to drew like more high, like an ace or a Yamato. I'm trying to look at my and I know I was gonna kata, so I know he's not gonna put a lot of pressure. And if he tries to put a lot of pressure on my life, I can choose kill him next turn. Um, or like it doesn't have a lot of cards in hand right now, so that's what you do. It was a different game, as you guys saw. I play more katas. I play the Yamato. I play the Gedatsu puts the work early game, and he didn't do that well because not be able to play a Holy Jones or the 10 drop when you need it. It's really hard, but that's what happens. It's a card game. Sometimes you drew your cards, sometimes you don't drew your cards. I'm so blessed that there's small league in the game, but that's why I play like the cards that I really need at four and the other and the tech cards at 3 or 2 because of the power of mulligan, and that's why I can get away with not playing the Shirayoshi because I just feel like the deck. Yeah, some games could be rough. Like my first game, you guys haven't seen. Like I said before, I have a video on YouTube when I showing casing how I got my third Perona. And the first game was so rough, but it happens. You're gonna have those games. At the end of the day, you play card games. Even with Shirayoshi in your deck, there's gonna be games that you're not gonna see your cards. So it's just you gotta live with it. It's a card game, guys. But you try your best to prepare and to maximize your cards, and you go from there. So yeah, get that to put the work, then be able to do Yamato, 10 drop, and then Kara. It puts the work. Because right now, that's what I did. And if I get in trouble, I can choose Kara and heal myself. Like if he puts me at 0, that's fine. Because I can like uh oh sorry guys, I can Kara my flampe, and it is what it is. And if I die, guys. It is what it is. Like it's just but you stick to your game plan, and that's it. I'm just gonna keep grinding and keep trying to learn the matchup, and that's what I think Yellow is being underused because Yellow is a deck that can adapt to different decks. I need to figure out the Puri matchup, but I feel like you just counter early, you mulligan for your Karakuris, and you just got other 7 drop, and then you just overrun them. Blue Do Flamingo could be. I think Puri is gonna be the most scary matchup. Why? Because with Kara, it's still a hard matchup because of the 10 drops. That like their big mums are stronger than anything that I play on my deck. But if I have Raigo when they play the 10 drops and I control their board, I can outpace them. But Pudding, oh my god, man, so scary. The only thing I'm a little bit relieved is like Pudding can be beat by fast decks. And overall, that's like the weakness of Yellow, if you can say. I know he's the one that can maybe sustain that aggression better than any other yellow leader, but pudding, I don't think like if you have got triggers like upon 0 cost and you could just out 10 drop your opponent, I think yeah you can do really well. But I'm gonna give it a try. When I get the purple cards, I'm gonna give it a try. So he goes I get that too. There's no he already committed a done. And there's no need for me to defend like that, too, guys. Like, just I need to save my resources just in case because the game can go sideways. What about if he's 3-10 drop me and I don't have aces to penalize him for that play? So, you know, so you see, it's a different hand, it's a different game, different board. So you just gotta adapt, and he can still rest something. That's the scary thing. But here I might play the 9 cost. So I'm just gonna put pressure on life. He's gonna rest my kata. That's fine. And this is just you see he has like three cards in hand. He takes it, and then I go eight alive. That's why that flampe is really good. And Nail here would have put a lot of pressure too, but overall she has better. She's better consistently. She's consistently better against green than NL. Because if you're just doing the playing a card and pass and capote and against Bonney is way better. And she's a 9K. I'm just thinking if I'm gonna do another kata, because he can potentially try to go for game. But I'm like I have a lot of counter. Like even if I run out of cards, he only has three cards in hand, so all my attacks are gonna hit. Like I gotta put a lot of pressure. But I'm thinking to put him back to two. Honestly, that's what I'm thinking. But I feel like at this game state, if he would have like like I would have if I would have on board already a Hody Jones or of course a kid it just kid is out. But if you had a Hody Jones, definitely the Kara would be the better play. But here I just want to put pressure because he has no card like only three cards in hand, only one blocker. So I go eight alive. This gives me more value right now. Here just really rough from my opponent. Just really rough. But that's what I learned. Like I was like when I sit against the first round and then the second round Bonney, I'm like I'm gonna try my best, man. They have a good matchup against me. I'm just gonna stick to the game plan. And like I said, playing against B Dragon, appreciate the games, brother, and other great players that I played before. Sharing feedback, talking to to every all of them. You learn. And then I play the 7-9 and I pass. So now here, if he tens drop me, yes, that's fine. Maybe he can like slow the game down enough, but he has no life. If he plays a Tendril, he's not establishing a blocker, and I have um I have a Kara if I'm desperate. If I gotta heal, so he goes seven alive. He has nine dons. I take it. Heal. Discard another Kara. I said I don't need two Karas in my hand. Now here's scary, but at the same time I have a lot of counters, so you can bait the Hody Jones. you know. But if I didn't have, if it- you know, you, if you don't have a lot of counter, you block the first attack. So he's going six, I think. Here, you give him a two. I'm thinking because he has eight dons, so he can go third. Yeah, just give it a 2K, man. So five alive. He has still. He's gonna go nine. I got there. Oh, excuse me. It's just in case. It's just unless he plays blockers, it's so rough. Yeah, here when he swim with a blocker, it's just too much. Yeah, it's just you have no defense, so no life. Yeah, so. But man, shout out to you, man. Great game. I was blessed to see all my cards. I'll be getting a lot of experience in the matchup. I'm just reading the cards just in case they have like a weird fed. I take it and then he passes. I have the card I choose in case to heal. I can just but I actually have a lot of pressure. Dead alive. So okay, that's zero cost. That's with 3K, and that's 10, 11. One card in hand, and then you're going out alive. GG's, guys. It's just, I was able to see everything, and he didn't draw the cards that he needed it. So, and it's just sometimes it comes down to that. But hey, guys, he told me after the game that he's gonna be Bill and Nell. So, hey, welcome to the crew, man. Welcome to the Jello grinders. So, all right, let's get into the final round, guys. All right, guys. So here we are in the final rounds. I'm playing against Perona. I have a little bit of experience against them. It's a deck that it's not a deck that you see every day. But I'm familiar with her effect and the cards they use to abuse. I know they play Isho, they play Gecko, they play that card right there that kills arrested for less. So what I try to do is you wanna win, you wanna always go second. It feels way better going second overall. I played against this matchup on the case tournament. I won the first game. He beat me second game, and then I was able to beat him the third game. So it's a deck that can definitely beat you if they see the cards. So what I tried, my game plan was like, um, I'm gonna go fast. I'm gonna go, like the weakness of black decks is when you go really fast, and also when you can like have your characters stay on the board. So having a card like it now is really really good. I think that's what I did. I think I'm mulligan for that. Also, Karakuri is really, really good. But you always want to establish first an NL and then a Karakuri. Because if that NL can stick the whole game, yes. The reason I did the trigger here, it was because they have an event that they have an event that they have an event. I think he thought I saved a pass. So they have an event that can draw two cards if they raise two characters. So there he didn't defend. I banished. I think that's a 2K or 1K, and I'm like I take those and then yeah. But that's the reason I triggered the Luffy there because I have some knowledge of the matchup, and I'm like I need to KO that. I don't want you to have I don't want you to have that card alive, especially early game, because that deck draws a lot. So yeah, attacks like I'm thinking about if I'm gonna do trigger. I don't know what it is. I think it was a Franklin. Look at that, man. That's so nice. That's so nice. That's so nice. So here, he's a 3 life, so I cannot get that too. I'm on 6 downs. That's a bad thing about going about right now. Like maybe if I had the blockers, I can play the blockers, but I don't know if I have them in hand. But here, I'm thinking what to do. I think I have in hand a Franklin, so I was thinking to swing for 6, play the Franklin. I'm sorry, swing for 7, play the Franklin, but I'm wasting a 2K and I'm doing my opponent a favor. So that's why I decided to just swing big. It takes me a minute to think about it because, like I said, it just feels rough. It feels bad to just swing for 11 and don't do anything else. Um, so yeah. So far, this last issue. It was gonna be 4 rounds. So, but the Rayu, there was another Rayu player that was undefeated, and he lost against the Damper in this round. So that's why it was only 3 rounds. And honestly, I don't have the like I haven't been playing against a lot of Rayus. Yes, I beat one in the finals to get my first Perona in Genmin, but I know it's a scary matchup for sure, for sure, for sure. But I gotta like grind more against the matchup. So hopefully I can meet up with the homies and get better with the matchup. I just feel like you want to counter early, and I think I got a three that matchup the same as Law. Start them, counter early, and then you go from there because they have pudding. So I think in that matchup you have to play around things because losing 10 cards out of four and then go to five, that's really hard. So here I just push attack everything. He's a 2, so my Yamato. I think I have and I was like, I thought I was in a rough situation. I put this angle. Sorry, maybe I should have put the one behind, but I try my best to remember what I had in hand. So the thing is, if it's in an angle, it's better like this to record, so you guys can see. You know, you don't see my head. so so I feel like because of the how you just gotta play like we used to do against Law that we play against around the Law. We gotta play around pudding in that matchup to have a chance. And also Karakuri is like really good. So here I know I had a few Yamatos in hand, and I was worried because it's like if I do Yamato, he can easily remove her for the most part. So I'm like I'm gonna take all the hits. I mean I take that hit, um, discard an L because I have another one, and I don't feel like you play two NLs. I don't think you have enough room to play two NLs. Um, I think now he's getting the is well if he's doing that is because he has another Gecko in hand. So And I feel like against black matchups, if you can answer their board, and then if you can stick an L early, and then you can answer the geckos, or now it's gonna be Jack. So Jack is gonna be a problem too. But if you even if they have Jack, if you can stick an L early, that's really good. Because if you drew your Raigo, you can regular Jack. Because Jack is a 7K. They cannot play Salvo and Jack on the center. Okay. So also against Black, yes, you want to rush them down. I think that's one of the weakness of Black, being aggressive. But also you want to like eat their board. Because Black is one of those decks that they it's really Black is really good because they can build board by while removing your own board, and that's really scary. He has a lot of cards in hand, but you don't want to panic. The best thing here to do here is to attack 5 alive to see what he does to bait, and then I go 8 or 6 because it's too risky for him. I was baiting for him to block with the Sabo, so maybe that was okay play. But now I'm just paying 7, and then I'm going 8 at your rest a character. I'm just thinking, yeah, just give me 2 cars or let him die. It's like I say, if your opponent like any matchup, especially like competitive decks, if they see the cars, you're gonna lose no matter what. But that doesn't mean you're just gonna give up. Just try your best. If he issue me right now, that would hurt. But you just gotta live with it. You just gotta live with the result. Here, I think I'm counting when he start attacking because you gotta be mindful because I don't want him to kill my nail. If you have the ace, you have a good argument that you can go to 0. But the thing is, sometimes black decks when they're gonna remove your NL, they're establishing like board. So also being a 2 life late game is really good. You wanna be a 2 life late game. 1 life against black is risky because one turn they can just be like, I'm just gonna build board and then the next turn try to kill you. But if you saw my hand, I have Raigo, I have Yamatos, I have an ace. So the hand is looking pretty good. But honestly, I don't have a Karakuri right now. Hopefully I drew them. Because to me that's one of the best cards you can draw against black. Also, after you play your nail, the way you're gonna do is just kara. Hopefully they run out of removal and then you just drop your aces. So here he plays the but at least I have a Raigo, so that's good. But this deck, Perona is different in the sense that they don't do that broken combo where like it's Rebecca and this and that. Also, he didn't drew his Borsalino. He told me that he plays the Borsalino, so if he would have the Borsalino, it would be a different game too. It would be way better for him. So he's drawing the 5 with that. He also told me that he bought a deck a few cards that he did it. Okay, yeah. You have consistency with those cards, but you also can lose cards that you cannot add with them. That's the only bad thing about that. Like that's the only thing. And then yep. So he's doing the Fed twice. That's insane. So, but like I said, the only bad thing about that is you can bottom like things that cannot be add with them. So those targets you take it. He's adding counter and search or whatever. Okay, you live with that. Always have knowledge of how many cards in hand. Uh, Knowledge is power, and but I think we noticed before that game ended that there's not gonna be another round. So I was like, I just gotta take care of business. Like I gotta like try my best to perform. Like try my best to outpace him, outgrind him. Because like I say, like excuse me, guys, it's really scary. It could be really scary. I don't think I have a Karakuri. Maybe I drew Karakuri, but I have a Raigo, and that's really good. Guys, excuse me, guys. So here I'm ignoring the 0 cost because I need a blocker to get out of here. You know, if he draws cards next turn, it is what it is. But I gotta deal with the board. So yes, I'm doing the Raigo. I went 7 to keep him guessing. And then it will be the same. Maybe I should assume same with an L first. Maybe there, yeah. You go seven with an L because it's the same. If I put the other two dons on an L, on my other nail, it's nine. Okay, so yeah, definitely here you should go seven first alive with an L to make him think that you're playing an ace. So definitely there, I could manage my attack sequence better. Um, so yeah, he let him die, and then I Raigo that. So in one turn, I was able to remove 6K and a 6K, a 6K and a 9K. So here, yeah, he draws the cards. I mean, you have it, you have it. It is what it is. Like I, swimming to your zero cost attack character in that turn, it would give you a lot of advantage. Because he blocked with Sao and then give me a 2K, I think. So that's really good. And and he's still there. But at the same time, going seven, you baiting. Like if you go seven with the nail, you might still use Sabo. I mean, I guess you keep him guessing. You keep your opponent guessing at the same time. It's not like like because if I go seven, he can easily take it or give me 2K, 1K. Then I go nine. Then him. I mean, kind of the same. It's kind of the same. You still baiting because he's thinking like he's probably gonna swing seven again and then play a cara. So either way, you baiting your opponent. You can tell me on the comments down below like you should swing seven first without down commitment and see how he reacts. Because I think he's not gonna go to one, guys, and he's not gonna give me. He's not gonna block a 9K with his hand. So I lost a Franklin, man. That's really rough. Was it the reason? I think. Oh no, I think he swing big, right? Yeah, I'm telling him that yeah, unless you have a monkey Luffy, I can do that effect. And then here I drew for turn. Frankly, it can low key be broken. It's just that black players are smart, so they're not gonna. They always try to just attack your rested characters. But like Franklin, bro, like late game can put the word because it just you can you imagine you go 5, 5, 7 and then ace. That's a lot of pressure, man. No matter how many blockers they play the previous turn, they can only do two blockers per turn, so that's 5, 5, 7, and then at 10. That's really really good. And she's asking me why this nail and trash. I told her, yeah, when I did my lead ability, I discard him. But the reason I did it is because I have another character. But in this turn, it was he could to draw cards and all that, but I'm able to remove the board. So here to me, yeah, that's what I did. Because I have an ace on board, but this has more value for me. Now you remove all that because then he can just do another event, keep drawing. Like at this point, it's better to attack, clear the board, even if they're small characters. So let's see here. And the good thing is I think another Yamato. I have an ace. I just making sure it's recording. Sometimes we run into some technical difficulties. Uh, that's why like I'm always carrying my mobile battery and all that. So sometimes the internet connection is really bad in the store. So I can run out of store. It can disconnect sometimes, but luckily for me in this event, it performed really well. So he has H the Yamato. Yeah, six alive. I think I have to take it. There's no need for me not to take that. If I was a one life, you definitely counter that. You definitely counter that if I was a one life, because you wanna be able to protect your nail and stay at one life. Being at one life against black is really scary if they can build a board. So here he's gonna kill my. I think you got a discard card, guys, and then. Sorry about that. So he has to discard a card, and then he killed my Yamato. But I believe that I drew the. So he discarded another gecko, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's a gecko that I had to. That's another gecko that I don't have to worry about. So far he discarded two geckos, and yeah, I think late game I drew my Karakuri, so that was really good. Here playing the ace is not the worst either, but if you start building board, it could get scary. So here I'm meeting his hand. I'm putting pressure. I'm going two sevens. That's either four cards out of your hand or a life. So he takes it. And black sometimes have a lot of bricks. So you put that on bottom life and you pass. Excuse me, guys. I'm at one life, but he has no board. I would just like I said, guys. That's the mentality against overall black decks or any deck you're facing. You just want to control the board. Um, um, I would say putting counter early, but decks that and like okay, so against black, the reason you don't counter early is because when they play Isho, yeah, it hurts you losing two cards, and sometimes those two cards can just lose you the game. Like let's say you have two Karakuris to answer the issue, but they discard both of them. That could be really rough. But like you have good triggers against black, and you want to see your cards. Like you need to draw against them. Because at that point you just like if you see your karas and he doesn't have issue or every time he plays a gecko you kara, and then one turn he runs out of a removal, and that's when you can like outgrind them. So yeah, like, against black guys, I'm always mulligan for NLs. If I see Kara, I can stay with the Kara Curries. To be honest, I think Kara has a lot of value. You just lose that 7K attack every turn if you don't have NL early. But as you know that you can run into the chance that you don't see your cars, that could be also that could be also Lucci. Lucci can also mill his combos pieces or like his gecko, so that's why I feel like the game is balanced, and I feel like as a yellow player, I can compete against anything. Like I said, I think the most rough matchups is gonna be like Putin, but also and Kara, but also those decks they need to see their cars. So let's see how it goes. Like every time if you like I said, some any deck that can be meta or compete, uh, you if you see your cards and your opponent doesn't have an answer to your insane combos, you're gonna lose. You were not meant to win the game. But try your best to deck build against the worst matchups you have and have good ratios and do research. I don't have access to a sim right now, unfortunately, but I watch a lot of videos. I talk a lot with the community, and I'm always asking questions and always grinding. In some in s- like in some when somehow some way I'm always doing I'm always in the game. Okay, I don't have the sim, but I can still do research. I can still do this. I can still test and all that. So yeah, I just put that in your hands so we don't get confused. Because I had one guy that he flipped a card from the trash and put on top of his deck. I'm like, I don't know why you did that, but maybe it was an accident. But here, like he's playing the gecko, but he's not establishing blockers. He's not establishing a threat. So he didn't remove my Karakuri. So I believe I have another Karakuri. So like that was a lot. That was really good. Either you need to see here in this scenario another kata or another 10 drop ace. Yamato doesn't do that much for you right now. You want to keep putting pressure. Let's say I cannot remove this gecko. Okay, let me go 7, 5, 10, 8, 10. That's a lot of pressure. Sometimes I don't have counter. And sometimes, so here I go 7, he's giving me his hand, like it's just, I'm putting here in the situation, like it's really rough, and I have another kata, and that's a blessing. So I don't think they have black has triggers that prevent you from attacking. So here it's okay to swing with the leader at 7. He wants to keep himself healthy. We gotta blame him. And then at a life, it's just too many attacks, guys. Two sevens and an 8 one turn. That's a lot of pressure. And then you play kata and you remove his pressure. It's just so rough. And then here it's just I'm building my board. Once you do this against any deck, but also like black, it's really rough for them to come because the strength of black is to I'm gonna remove everything you play and I'm gonna play geckos. I'm gonna like on my 8th turn I'm basically playing a 14 dawn turn and I'm just gonna overwhelm you. But if you can also like sustain their aggression, remove their board, and then they run out of removal, that's when you have a window of opportunity. Here I have a lot of counters in hand. I was able to play that card. I have a Yamato, I think. I have a 7-9 Flampe. But I would say, like I mentioned before, previous matches and other videos, like against black, you want to play your nails and your karas. That's what you're mulligan for. And also Rygos. Rygos are really good too. I have an ace 2 in hand, so next turn I can go 5, 7, 8, 8, 10. That's really rough. I think this turn is Ishimi, but it's just too late. Because he might get rid of good cards that I need, but I have a lot of pressure, you know? I just have a lot of pressure. Because if he removes my ace or whatever, I'm like, I can play safe. And well, I'm definitely doing Rygo. Like, I have the Rygo too. I don't think I haven't used the Rygo yet, guys. Or maybe I did earlier. No, I did it earlier. I did Rygo earlier. But I think I drew another one. So that's the advantage. Like, that's why, like, I really love Enel because he has different ways to adapt. I think Enel without Rygo, it would be a tier 2. I think right now at worst is at 1.5 because you have an answer to almost everything in the game, and that's what I really love it now because I can Rygo best almost everything in the game, you know. So that's what I really like. So you just gotta learn your matchups and learn how to what to mulligan for, and like I said, like even moving forward, now they're gonna have the Jack, but I'm still gonna be mulligan for Enel, Skada, and Rygo. That's like the trim. That's if you see those cards in those matches, that doesn't mean you're gonna always win, but it makes the matchup competitive. It makes the matchup viable. If they see the cards, if they have the perfect, if they have like this game comes down to that. Whoever runs out of answer, like right, you guys saw, we were trading board. Okay, then Nell was stay, but he removed my Yamato. But after that, he couldn't keep up the pace. So now I'm just putting cara, and then I'm gonna play potentially a 10 drop. Here you counter, like I said, you wanna keep your NL alive. I'm sorry about that. NL is the only character that can like you know take the hits. Like take the it can eat a removal attempt. So as long as you can protect him, that's you have a good event. Like you have a good chance. I don't feel like there's room to play two in one game. It happened to me in the case tournament. I was blessed to see two NLs, and I played two NLs, and then I played an ace, which was too much pressure against my opponent. I think it was Brandon. He's a really great player. A lot of respect for him. Learned so much from him after that matchup. But Enel just I remember even at that time I was playing for Enels because he's just so good against the black matchup. So he issued me. I think I have exactly 6 cards, and it just like it's just like uh it's just like 1 second, guys. It's just like the nail is just too powerful. It's just but here, like I said, he issued me. I think he didn't issue my 10 drop, so that's really good. So in this turn, I don't know if I caught that issue though. Let me see. You start talking, you start baiting, see what he does. He took that, so yeah, everything there, yeah. GG's, guys, GG's. But that was it. I'm gonna showcase what happened after the finals finish. And like I'm telling him right there, like going second helped me. I saw my Karakuris when I needed him. I saw my nail. So yeah, the overall genetically those cards against black they're really good. It gives you a chance to compete against them. All right, guys. So let's get into the. Let me showcase this real quick. So guys, as you can see here, like I told before, they did a deck check on me. Maybe somebody say something. I was surprised because it was only 3 rounds because the guy down pair lost against the down pair. I mean, I power shuffle in front of my opponent. Then I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time shuffling my deck. So but here we just I'm in the back just laughing about it, and all that. But I understand there were I guess somebody say something or they're just checking, making sure he's the judge. So I have nothing. I have not. I'm okay. It is what it is. It was weird to me at the beginning, but hey, do what you gotta do. Just check it. I'm never like I say earlier. I would never do something to prevent me to playing something that I love, and you know, um, I love the game so much to put that at risk, and also like you guys, the YouTube community. So we have also a big Discord community. So why put that at risk? But we're gonna keep grinding, guys. I can't wait for the next set. I'm really excited for the next set. Um, I'm gonna be looking at different decks, like I said before. I say in the past that I want to play other decks, but for some reason, man, yellow. I love yellow. I bleed yellow. It's just a deck that I really love. And right now, I'm having a lot of fun as an NL playing NL, and I feel like I might grind the format early with him. Um, but there you go. I'm there having fun, checking. But guys, please, no cheating. I'm there telling him no cheating. Don't worry, check. There you go. Just grinding every day. There's no need to cheat. There you go. The pricing. They already give me the pricing. That was like it was really weird. They took a picture. They give me the pricing, and then like, oh, we got a deck check. That was kind of. That was like, it caught me off guard right there. Cause like, why you give me the pricing if you have doubts that I cheated or whatever? But maybe somebody say something after that. I don't know. But I'm like speaking Spanish. Go check it. I'm talking to Angel. Shout out to Angel. Have fun with him. But hey, to the Perona player, shout out to you, man. Uh, Shout out to the Perona player. It was fun, man. He really support us in the community and then this in the YouTube. Always watching our videos. So thank you so much, man. It was fun. But we're gonna keep testing, guys. We're gonna keep grinding. I'm telling him, man, like like I'm not gonna cheat. That's it's not necessary. But guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. It is what it is. This happened. I just wanted to showcase that. It was like kind of mixed feelings. Like it was like, okay, it's okay. I know I'm not cheating, so I'm not in trouble. But at the same time, it's like, come on, bro. Like I power shuffle. I'm mulling if I had to, and I really shuffle my deck. But as you can see, at least you guys right now you can see the list. Same list I showcased in the my latest video. Uh, that you guys saw the compose is really nice in some games, and right now without loading the form, I think compose Charlotte compose the 7-9K can put more work because Sabo was there against the lot matchup. So we have Nami now next Friday available to us, so we're gonna look into that. But let me like take the picture with the Perona, bro. Take that picture with the Perona. But hey, guys, please like, subscribe, comment. Hopefully, I can keep running, and I'm gonna keep doing more events for you guys, and hopefully, we can do consistently well. And hopefully, let's keep sharing the love, keep sharing the knowledge. But I'm just talking to him, letting him know that I'm not mad at him. It's okay, you're doing your job. I have a YouTube. I'm not gonna do that. But I understand. But guys, have a great day. Take care. GG's. It's your boy Brandless signing now.